What's going on, boxing fans? It's your boy, Pool Kind of Boxing, coming at you with another boxing video for the boxing heads and the boxing minds. Recently, we have seen many of the old legends. They're showing interest in getting back in the ring. We saw Roy Jones Jr., we saw Mike Tyson, we saw Evander Holyfield at the age of 58 get back into the ring to fight one more time. Whether it's yearning for the limelight again, or the glory of victory, or a chance for another lucrative payday, the legends of boxing are born warriors. Oscar De La Hoya is said to have secured a deal with the Zone for $100 million to fight Floyd Mayweather. I don't know if it's the publicity. I don't know if it's a stunt, but Tommy Hearns and Sugar Ray Leonard met up like they're promoting another fight. Now, we don't want to see the two legends at the age of 60 plus hurt each other, but when they met September 16th of 1981, the ShowDown, what the fight was called, at the Caesar Palace, it was the best fight in boxing. Sugar Ray Leonard, he won a gold medal in 1976. He went pro thereafter. He's 5'9" with a 70-inch reach. Now, at the time when he met Tommy Hearns, he was 30 wins, 1 loss, and 21 KOs. But he won the WBC championship from Wilfred Benitez, and he knocked him out in the 15th round in 1979. Now, Wilfred Benitez, he was a defensive specialist, and he was very slippery, but Leonard got him up out of there. And Sugar Ray Leonard was coached at the time by Angelo Dundee, a legendary boxing coach of Muhammad Ali, and so he was in good hands. Sugar Ray Leonard was, he was the heir apparent from Muhammad Ali. He had that personality, the smile, and he was seen as the golden boy, basically. But in June 1980, Sugar Ray Leonard lost the WBC title to Roberto Duran in a close decision. Roberto knew how to get up under Sugar Ray Leonard's skin by, goading him into fighting his fight and, just making a lot of personal insults. So Sugar Ray Leonard went out there to fight him, and he lost a close decision. But 5 months later, Duran blew up to 200 pounds, and Sugar Ray Leonard got wind of it and got an immediate rematch, and which led to the famous no mask fight, where Sugar Ray went in there boxing and moving and fighting his fight this time, being smart, and he defeated Duran and got his WBC title back after 5 months. So it was Sugar Ray Leonard and Tommy Hearns. They was on a collision course, right? And Tommy Hearns, he was 32 wins, 0 losses with 30 KOs. He was 6'1" with a 78-inch reach out of Detroit, Michigan. Now, his coach was the legendary Emmanuel Stewart, who coached out of the Kronk's gym, known for producing fighters with a seek and destroy style of fighting. And Tommy Hearns, he won the WBA welterweight title in 1980. He knocked out Jose Pepino in the second round. He made 3 defenses, all were successful. He stopped Luis Primera, Randy Shields, and Pablo Baez. In 1981, these were the champions and the top 3 contenders of each division. Sugar Ray Leonard and Tommy Hearns met September 16, 1981 at the Caesar Palace. The fight was called the ShowDown. Leonard came out and started to fight boxing from a distance. But Tommy Hearns started stalking Leonard because Tommy Hearns was known as the Hitman. He was the puncher. He was the one that was knocking everybody out with 30 KOs. Everybody thought that Hearns was just going to come out there and blast Sugar Ray with that right hand, and the fight would be over. But Leonard had more trouble with Hearns boxing, his sharp jab, than he did with that right hand. And Tommy Hearns, he was up in the fight on all scorecards. By the end of the fifth round, Leonard had a swollen left eye, and Tommy was winning the fight. But in the sixth round, in the seventh round, sixth and seventh round, Ray Leonard, he turned up the pressure on Tommy, and Tommy, was hit with a left hook to the chin in the sixth. Sugar Ray, got the best of Hearns in those two rounds, and those were the two controversial rounds we'll talk about later. But from the 9th to the 12th, Hearns got back to boxing, sticking and moving on Sugar Ray Leonard, and Sugar Ray couldn't get out of the way of that jab, that long jab. Hearns had a 78-inch reach, so it was hard for Sugar Ray to avoid it. And Tommy Hearns was up again on the scorecards. So 9 through 12, Tommy Hearns had outboxed Sugar Ray Leonard. Hearns, he was up on the scorecards, and Leonard needed to go for the KO win. Between 12 and 13, that's when Angelo Dundee said those famous words to Sugar Ray Leonard: "You're blowing it now, son. You're blowing it." So Sugar Ray Leonard came out in the 13th round with a bad swollen left eye, and he hurt Hearns with a right. And then Leonard exploded like he does in those fights back then with combinations and on Hearn, and he put Hearn through the ropes, and he failed, but he made it to the 14th round. And in the 14th, he came out, and he was caught with an overhand right from Sugar Ray Leonard. Sugar Ray Leonard pinned him into the ropes and unleashed more combinations, and the referee, Davey Peel, stopped the fight once he saw that Tommy Hearns, couldn't really defend himself. So Sugar Ray Leonard unified the WBA, WBC welterweight championship. Hearns were leading on all the scorecards: 124, 122, 125, 122, and 125 to 121. The controversy for the fight was that people thought Sugar Ray Leonard should have got the score 10-8 for the 6th and the 7th round. But the 10-point system was an international standard at the time, but the Nevada Athletic Commission had just got the system sanctioned. So, it wasn't really in practice. It was, fairly new to the judges, and the scoring system was new to them. So, and there's that. But we don't want to see these legends, get into the ring. Oh yeah, of course, Sugar Ray Leonard went on to fight Marvelous Marlon Hagler, and he won. He won a split decision, and also Tommy Hearns went on to fight Marvelous Marvin Hagler, and he got knocked out in the 3rd round. Both of them great fighters, who fought the best of their era, and but we don't want to see that again, 60 plus. But that's all I got. This has been Pool Kano Boxing. Make sure you smash that like button and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.